sit back, relax, and grab your snacks. Oh shit, that rhymed. Now join Genbu, King of Hearts, and Mr. Bochi as they tune you in and hype you up on your favorite anime, games, and more. So enjoy the ride, you're in good hands, and don't forget to comment and subscribe.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Geek Blues podcast, where we tune you in and hype you up on all things geek culture. I'm your host, Genbu, and I'm here to help you get your geek freak on with today's topics. And with me, I got Mr. Wochi. What's going on?
Everything's going good. Excited to be back.
Yeah, we had a pretty good last episode with the, our previous, the one we did together was the Iron Fist Season 2, and we talked a little bit about Spider-Man. With Mies,
Yep.
If I remember correctly.
Yep.
Because the last episode that we did was the Bleach one. I forgot that you weren't on that one. That was Marvel Jr.
Yeah. That was a good movie, though.
Yeah, it was, right?
I enjoyed
it. Before we get started, you guys can find us at www.geekbluespodcast.com. And for those who don't know, that blues is with a Z because I'm cool, and that's how I named it.
Yep.
Also, we are on social. Oh, thank you. We're on social media. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, YouTube, and pretty much everything else. All our content is spread all around the podcasting network, which I'm very proud of. It took a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, Mr. Wochi, how you getting over this cold? I got it too. I don't know how you feel.
I feel a little better than I have the past week, but I still got that nasally sinus thing going on, as you can hear it in my voice probably.
Yeah, me too. I'm getting better each day. The only thing that sucks is that me having to go to work and dealing with this
exactly.
Go slower.
Can't recover.
Recovery.
Yeah, I just been taking a lot of Tylenol and the flu medicine, trying to just flush this thing out.
Yeah, Mucinex for me. That's my shit.
Yeah, and sweating. I'm trying to work out, sweat this thing out.
Well, I told you about the sauna, but you never hit me up, so I'm like, all right then.
Yeah, dude, I was like in bed like that whole day.
So before we get started with the main topics that we're going to go through today, so I want to talk a little bit about what we're going to expect from Daredevil Season 3. Now, Wilson Fisk is coming back, and so is, from what I'm hearing, I'm hearing about Bullseye as well.
Okay.
Which makes sense because that's how it was in the comic, because Wilson Fisk hired Bullseye to take out, to deal with Daredevil, and Elektra was involved too. So I'm wondering if Elektra is going to be in Season 3 as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering how that's going to go. But what do you think?
Oh, well, still, I haven't even finished all of Daredevil 1 and 2. But I did see a trailer. I did see they introduced Bullseye. Really, I just need to get into the show more. For some reason, I haven't had that much interest in watching Daredevil.
Oh, how could you?
No,
how did you not watch the show?
to be honest, I watched after watching the first season. Most of the first season, even the first few episodes. I was so interested in the fight choreography and how realistic it was and how practical it was. How Daredevil was he was giving these guys work, and then he was getting fucked up a little bit. And then after he was giving these guys work and beating them down, the guys got back up and they kept fighting. And I was like, this is great. This is the most realistic aspect about fight choreography that a lot of shows fail to portray.
I agree with you on that. You don't see too many shows with that great of a fight choreography, especially especially TV. Movies usually take the cake with all that stuff, but TV's been up and coming. We're getting better. One of the
it's just you're so used to a fight scenes where the hero or the good guy just hits him with one punch or something magnificent, and the guy's just laid out or he's dead, and I'm like, this is so not real. Not they make everyone out to just have a glass jaw, just like, come on.
Yeah, they do. They do that a lot with bullets too, and stabbings in TV and movies.
Oh yeah,
Like I always crack it when the person gets shot one time and just fall down, they're
yeah.
dead.
I mean, it happens, but like stabbings and stuff. If someone's coming at you with a knife, your adrenaline's gonna be on 3 trillion, and you're gonna be fighting for your life. You're gonna have to bleed out, or he's gonna have to like really hit a major artery or stab you in the neck or something, or in the head where you really just like lose consciousness. Because I've seen videos and people getting stabbed so many times and still fighting.
It's true, and you also are a podcast martial arts expert, so it's good to have your opinion when it comes to this kind of fight choreography in different movies, TV shows, and even some animes. You know?
Absolutely.
Now, I saw My Hero Academia, the movie Two Heroes, over the weekend.
Oh my God, he's so hype about this. He called me. And he was just hype.
Yo, everybody, I gotta admit, when I heard the movie was coming out in theaters and select theaters, my area, I had to get the ticket, and unfortunately, I went by myself. No one else could come with me. But actually, that's not bad because I got a little emotional during the movie. It was really intense. All right.
Yep.
And I'm glad no one I knew saw me in that state. I was like, you know how Deku gets all teary-eyed and shit in the anime?
That was you.
That was me in the movie theater.
I can already see it. Deku really does wear his heart on his sleeve, but sometimes I'm like, bro, you gotta like you're getting way too upset.
Yeah, he does get upset a lot, but the way he just geeks out and gets teary-eyed and everything, and he's so relatable to other nerds in the world and geeks in the world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why people like him so much. And whenever I see him on screen and he's like doing something like nerdy or geeky, and I'm like, oh man, I've done that before.
Yeah.
So it's just cool as seeing it on screen in dub, no less. Which doesn't surprise me because My Hero Academia has taken the anime world by storm, and for them to for the movie to come up so fast and so popular, and it reached some amazing box office goals.
What?
I don't know if you knew that or not.
No. What were the sales?
The sales, I know that they were more than most movies that came out this past weekend.
Really?
It was in the middle. It was definitely in the high. It was good. I can't see. I don't know offhand. But I got to look at it again.
Oh.
But it did really, really well. Really well. It hit some milestones actually, from what I heard.
Okay. Well, now I want to look that up and see. I want to see if My Hero outsold Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball Evolution, the live action.
Well, no. Well, every movie sold that position.
Okay, I was like, definitely did that.
No. I want to see because the Dragon Ball Super, the two movies you have Battle of the Odds, and then what was the other one with Frieza, the Frieza's movie basically. I want to see. I want to know if they outsold Dragon Ball. Yeah.
That's right. That wasn't. Well, I can tell you. Actually, I pulled out my phone. I cheated just now.
Okay.
All right. So domestically, My Hero Academia got 5 million, a little over 5 million.
Okay, I see 5.5 million sales in Japan last year, too. But go ahead.
Last year? Oh, for the movie?
Yeah, go ahead.
And as far as Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, domestic gross was 8 million.
Okay, that only makes sense though.
During its run.
That makes sense. Dragon Ball's just been around for so long.
Yeah, because that the fan base for Dragon Ball Z is going to be, at this point, is going to be higher than My Hero Academia, because a lot of people like not real anime fans, are really into Dragon Ball Z. And even people who don't really know anime, they know Dragon Ball Z.
That's true.
So when the movie came out, they're gonna go see it, especially if they have kids and things like that. Which but here's my thing though. If those fans were a little more open minded, My Hero Academia would have been up there with Resurrection F.
Okay.
Because My Hero Academia actually has things that Dragon Ball doesn't have.
As in
As in deeper characters, better, more plot, more you get more connected to the characters.
You think so?
You don't really. So what character in Dragon Ball Z?
No,
I'm
asking you. Think so? Deeper characters?
Yeah, I do. I do, honestly.
I mean,
come on now. What other characters have more heart? Like All Might, heart. All right, backstory like Todoroki's backstory with his father and his mother. All right, Bakugo's desire to that rivalry he has with Deku. It's way better than Sasuke and Naruto, in my opinion.
True.
It makes more sense. It was more developed.
Yeah, I feel like Dragon Ball kind of keeps it pushing. I mean, if you've seen like Dragon Ball, like the original when Goku and all them were, Krillin, how they first started, then you see their backstory, which, if you're a true Dragon Ball fan, you can really get connected to Goku or even Krillin for that matter, or Master Roshi. I mean,
but it's we watch Dragon Ball Z for the fighting.
No, that's what I'm saying. Dragon Ball kind of keeps it pushing. I mean, I've connected with a few characters in Dragon Ball. You know what I mean? That's why I've been watching it for like my whole life, because you get a connection with these characters.
Well, as far as like knowing, as my connection stems from my childhood. Like Dragon Ball Z was one of the first animes animes I watched. Growing up. So the connection I have with that franchise is I've been watching it since I was a kid, or I've known of it since I was a kid. That's my connection with it. As far as like with the care, but my connection with My Hero Academia is on a whole different level. Like I would not have reached that intensity watching a Dragon Ball Z movie as I did watching My
Dragon
Hero
Balls. That's not really their route. That's not.
Yeah, but the fighting's good. The fighting's good. The battle's good. As long as they keep that coming. That's their
villains and their. Honestly, I just wish they would bring they would just give Bardock some kind of just play or a revival or some kind of cameo, especially the new Brawl.
I think if they
gave
him a revival. I don't know how I feel about a revival. I like what they gave him his own segment.
Yeah,
what was that called again?
He had his own movie, Bardock, Father of Goku.
Yeah, they gave him that. I think that was good justice.
He has his own kind of little episode as well, where he actually goes Super Saiyan and he's living in an alternate universe and he fights an alternate version of Frieza, which is pretty cool. But I think he's gonna have a cameo in the new Broly movie just because it makes sense.
Like a flashback cameo?
Yeah, they'll probably show him. I think they're gonna show Bardock from Dragon Ball Minus from that manga, because I've seen clips of the trailer and you can kind of see a hand on a glass, and it looks like baby Goku's in there, and the hand looks like Bardock's because it's Bardock's his wristbands and everything like that.
Bardock.
I've been putting a lot together with that new movie.
That's right.
So I'm kind of
you're the Dragon Ball Z guy on the podcast, so whatever I take when it comes to Dragon Ball that franchise and the movie, I take your fan theory seriously.
Yeah, I love that shit.
But that carrying on, or to add to it, doesn't compare to My Hero Academia.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, character-wise, everyone's got their opinion on what they like.
Yeah, but
I say character-wise, everyone's got their opinion on what they like.
Now, for those of you guys who didn't see the movie, of course, I'm not going to spoil anything. And plus, there's no one on our current podcast for me to really discuss it with anyway, so I'm going to go over it briefly. Now, they did a little episode leading up to, they did a little filler episode in the anime foreshadowing the movie, which was amazing. So pretty much in the movie, Deku and All Might travel to this scientific island to meet one of All Might's old friends from back in the day when All Might was living in America as a foreign exchange student. And at that point in the movie, I was like, all right, this is cool because now we know why All Might's attacks are based off of cities in America, like Detroit Smash and all that good stuff. So I was like, all right, so that was a pretty good way of letting us know, all right, that's why his attacks were
Mhm.
like that, because he lived in America for a while. And he met the scientist slash, a good friend of his, Dave. I don't know, I can't remember his last name right now. Shield, I'm sorry, David Shield. There we go. David Shield, who met All Might while All Might was taking on a villain. And this is a flashback, by the way. He met All Might while All Might was taking on a villain, and All Might's clothes get fucked up.
Mhm.
And Professor Shield is like, all right, you know what? I can hook you up with some good stuff. And then from that point on, they start going on adventures together throughout the city. All Might's doing his thing as a hero, as a foreign exchange student. So he's getting his name put out there. He's getting well known. He's getting that glamour, that footage, and pretty much he's letting those villains know, look, I'm coming up, and I'm taking names, kicking ass, and so much more. So that was great seeing some of All Might's history in the movie, and that's just a little bit of a
Okay.
little bit of a taste, for you listeners. I'm not going to give every detail of it.
Yeah, you guys got to go see it. Obviously,
Well,
if you
it's not
still
in theaters
can.
no more. But they can watch it. I guess they can watch the subs
Really?
online, or they can just work hard to find it online, guys. Because if you were a true anime or My Hero
Yeah.
Academia fan, you would have been like me and watched the movie. But since you weren't, now you got to struggle. All right, and I have no shame in saying that to you.
Damn, we got to struggle.
So, so we fast forward. We fast forward years later, back into the Deku period, where All Might asks Deku, "Listen, I'm going to go see my friend from back in the day, David Shield. You should come with me." And of course, Deku geeks out, and they go there, and we meet Professor Shield, and we meet his very attractive daughter, Melissa, who's also a genius, very
Mhm.
smart. And seeing these, I always love when My Hero Academia introduces new characters, because especially the ones because we find out Melissa Shield, David's daughter, doesn't have a quirk. She's quirkless, just like her father. But it seems like a
Okay.
lot of people in the show who don't have a quirk have a great way of making up for it. And they show that with
Yeah.
Melissa and David, because they're super intelligent. Melissa, even during the movie, Melissa has this gadget, right? It's like a gauntlet that it's like a bracelet that turns into a gauntlet. And she gives it to
Mhm.
Deku because she notices that Deku holds back a lot with his quirk, because if he doesn't, he starts breaking his arms and his legs.
Yeah, because he don't hit the gym enough. He needs some milk. Get this boy some milk.
So she tells him this gauntlet can take three powerful punches from Uncle Mike. She calls All Might Uncle Mike. They can take
Mhm.
three, of Uncle Mike's strongest punches. So knowing this, I'm like, all right, so this is gonna be amazing, because we get to see Deku use a full punch at least 3 times
Yeah.
in this movie. I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say as far as that goes. But that gauntlet was cool, and we also see the other students from the My Hero Academia class. They are also in the movie, which is amazing. We see Bakugo, of course, and his anger issues, and we see Todoroki, and we also see Uraraka. We always have to have Uraraka and Deku in there. That's the main ship right there for that couple.
Mhm.
So it was cool having them. All the students were there. They all had a good part in the movie, and the villain was very interesting as well. Should I tell them more about the villain, or should I just hold back?
No. You got to hold back.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm not gonna say anything. The villain was interesting. It was a very interesting concept about how he got more powerful. I will say one thing in reference to the plot of the movie. David Shield, All Might's friend, makes a machine that can enhance the quirk of it. That can enhance the quirk of anyone 100-fold,
Okay.
and that has a big part in the movie.
Jeez.
So this machine, yeah, if you have a quirk, and you put this machine on you, your quirk pretty much goes to level 99.
Mm. Cheat,
drastically. And when you see the movie, you'll see what I'm talking about.
cheat codes.
Yeah, right. So overall, the movie was great, and I would have saw it again. Honestly,
Really?
yeah, I would have. I could have seen it again the next day, but I was like, all right, let me just hold back. I pretty much got the idea what the movie's about. It was great. I'm definitely gonna watch it again in the
Okay.
future, and I give it a. Honestly, I don't want to give any movie like a perfect
Hmm.
score, but I haven't felt this way about a movie in a while, about an animated movie in a while. The last animated movie I saw in theaters was the first Pokemon movie when I was a
Wow.
kid. So me, when I was in that theater, I remembered I had like flashbacks to when I was a kid, and my mom took me and my sister to go see the first Pokemon movie of with Mewtwo, when
Yeah.
Mewtwo escaped and everything. So I'm sitting in the theater with a whole bunch of other anime fans, and everyone's it's a really chill atmosphere. You got some people geeking out like me, and it was
Hmm.
a really cool environment. You know what I mean? It wasn't like your typical Friday movie night where everyone's like being obnoxious and throwing candy and shit
That still
around.
happens.
Yeah, it does. That's why I avoid those. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Yeah, but that none of that happened. Everyone was cool because we all went there. If you're not, you only went there because you're an anime fan and you love My Hero Academia. So
Hmm.
of course you're gonna sit there and you're gonna watch the movie and you're gonna geek out at certain times. But for the most part, you're just gonna shut the fuck up and watch it. You
Yeah.
know. So I wasn't surprised when that was the case. I was happy. Everything was chill. And it was cool because I walked to the theater and there's another brother there, right? Another brother was there, and he was he was right behind me at the ticket booth.
Hmm.
So I go there, I buy my ticket and everything. Actually, no, I'm sorry, I already bought my ticket online. I go through. He was behind me. I go through and I get my seat and I go use the bathroom, go get a snack, and I come back. And then I see the other brother there. He comes in. He uses the bathroom, and I walk out. So then something in my mind told me he did not look like an anime fan whatsoever.
Really?
All right, he did not. I give you my word, he did not. You would never have thought this man liked My Hero Academia.
Well,
But for some reason, right? For some reason, I had this ESP shit going on, right? And I was like, you know what? Something tells me this brother right here is gonna be in that movie theater.
yeah, bro. Anime fans come in all shapes and sizes.
Yeah, and so when I walked in the theater, he was one seat over from me, just chilling.
Really?
I
Yep.
was like, I knew it. Yeah, but that was my ESP. No, it was cool because until I open my mouth, not a lot of people know I'm a huge geek because people always like, oh because I train a lot and everything, and my job and everything like that, and I do wear my occasional shirts, you know what I
Hmm.
mean, but other than that, not too many
Shit, I
people
knew
know.
this.
But once
The
you
second
mention
I
it,
talked to you, I was like, oh, he likes Dragon Ball or something.
well, I take that as a compliment.
I was like, he definitely likes some kind of anime.
Right. All right. So I guess that means I'm giving off my vibes, which is good. I like that.
Later
I don't
finding
mind
out
that
that
at all.
he's like an ultra geek.
Plus ultra geek. Get
Yep.
it? Plus ultra.
Oh,
That was a My Hero Academia.
oh,
Yeah.
plus ultra. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Plus ultra geek. There we
All right.
go.
So we talked about some My Hero. You got anything else before I give out a little bit of some gaming updates?
It's all you. You got the floor. I know I kind of went a little bit overboard with my Hero Academia movie, but I couldn't help it.
Okay, so I know I'm not supposed to really talk about Spider-Man, but I'm going to talk about Spider-Man a little bit.
All right, go ahead.
So obviously, Marvel's Spider-Man was a complete record-breaking mega hit for PS4, and I've beaten the game. It was fantastic, and just
Oh, I just beat it too. I beat it 2
yeah,
days
it's
ago.
fucking great. And just
Loved
like
it.
me and Gembu, a lot of other fans are already waiting for the DLC. It's called The City That Never Sleeps. So this DLC, it's gonna
Oh.
be released in 3 parts over the next 3 months, and it's gonna introduce uh, players more intimately to characters, that we've had brief encounters with in the main campaign. So I'm pumped about this DLC. Even if it costs money, I'm probably gonna buy it because I beat Spider-Man, and now that I've beaten it, it's kind of like, all right, you want to go back and do like a little bit of side missions that you haven't finished, and the only side missions I haven't finished were the Harry's research lab side missions that are just like completely boring. So I don't want to. Yeah,
I'm still
like
working on that.
I think I finished like 90% of the game, side missions included.
Damn.
Yeah.
I beat the game. I still got I'm only like 70%.
Yeah. So I only have a few of those side missions left. It's just like I don't even know if I want to go back and finish it. So I'm really looking forward to this DLC, and they can like introduce kind of like a new, you know, almost like a new piece of the game that I'll be excited to play.
Speaking of that DLC, I saw a picture. I saw a little article on because on my phone when I go on my web browser, there's like articles of news and everything. So I did see something about Spider-Man DLC last night, and next to the main picture for the article was Black Cat.
Yeah, Black Cat's going to be the main campaign. So we saw her in like a passive way in like the main campaign. She's going to be.
We heard her voice. I mean,
yeah, but it was passive. It was passive. We didn't really interact with her.
Very passive.
So she's going to actually be the star of the first batch of this DLC, or the first batch of this content, and that's going to be called the Heist. So.
Oh, for real? I've always shipped Spider-Man and Black Cat.
Yeah, I like Black Cat. I'm excited to see if they're going to introduce, like if they introduce like Venom. Oh my God, I would.
There are so many more. I'm not going to get into. I gotta say.
I know. I'm just saying.
I'll save my comment.
I'm just saying for the video game purposes. At this point in like time and technology in video games, if they introduce Venom, it would look crazy.
Yeah, with the movie coming out, or already, I think it came out already. The Venom movie. I'm watching it this weekend. Definitely. Are you watching?
Well, I have to work all weekend, but I'll probably go see it. For some reason, it looks like not good to me. I don't know why. Like I have to go see it, but it just doesn't look good.
I'm keeping my expectations low because Spider-Man's out in it, and Spider-Man's the main plot of Venom's storyline. So I'm keeping my expectations low.
Yeah, it just looks like I don't know. It just looks not like interesting.
I wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't say it was like interesting. I mean, I want to see it. I mean, I'm interested in seeing how Tom Hardy's going to do in the role. I'm interested in seeing how much of the symbiote they show in the movie. If they show, what the powers and abilities and everything like that. And I'm interested to see if they completely fuck it up.
Also, we have.
Interested.
If you haven't heard, you can now play Xbox and PS crossplay online.
Yeah, I shared a couple videos
that's awesome
about that.
Especially all the Fortnite people out there. Fortnite Season 6 came out, and it does have like a Halloween kind of theme to it, which is cool.
We had one of our hosts, our other host was going to be talking about that because he's already played a good chunk of that season, but unfortunately he couldn't make it today.
Yeah. Fortnite is Fortnite. If you're a diehard, like I was a diehard, and I kind of fell off of it because the game's just like, I don't know. I've lost interest in the game. Not saying it's not good or anything, but for me it's just become redundant. But
that's why I kind of stopped
and also for PS4, if you have a PS4, you can get Friday the 13th. That video game, you can get it free right now. It's out free. I don't know how many people want it, but I thought I'd throw that out there. That game's pretty old. Came out last year, I think, but now it's free for PS4. I heard it's cool because you can play as like a camp. You can play as like camp counselors, and you have to survive not being killed by Jason, or you can play as Jason and you have to try to catch and kill him.
I would play as Jason. I don't like being hunted, but I would play as Jason.
I think it'd be fun. I might play it honestly.
Game that is either just came out recently or is coming out King of Hearts was telling me about it. Next time he's on the show, I'm gonna have him mention it because we're in Halloween season, so we're gonna be talking about a lot of horror games, a lot of horror anime, a lot of horror movies. So we're gonna do a horror special
Yeah.
very soon.
Cool.
So I'm glad you brought up that. So it's only on Friday the 13th for PS4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. I'm not surprised that PS4 is once again putting out these. Listen, guys, if you have our system, we can, you can do this because PS4 is the best. But
All right, you're just being ignorant because Xbox puts out free games every single month.
free games that no one knows about.
What are you talking about? Xbox puts out free games every month.
Yeah, like free games like Solitaire or Chess Champion or
No, all right, just calm yourself down. Calm yourself down. Xbox puts out like $60 games.
All they have is Tomb Raider.
They
Halo.
put out Assassin's Creed. What other free games have I've gotten a lot of free games off Xbox that were like
top. I could play the first Assassin's Creed on Xbox for free.
No, not all right. You're just this is Gambu. Everyone sees Gambu's true nature of just being a hater because that's who he is. He's a hater.
If you ever bring up your this whole rivalry, which we're going to do an episode on soon.
Yeah, I'm gonna
our Xbox versus PS4.
He's a
episode.
hater. He's a hater.
I will strike you down every time.
Oh my god. He's
without prejudice.
This false prophet over here.
Yo,
Let's just all take a moment of silence. We can say a prayer for Gembu and his lack of stability.
Oh my goodness! If you say a prayer for me, I might combust.
No, if I say a prayer, something magical might happen because you know me.
That's true. Yeah, maybe you're right. Half right.
But either way, let's continue. Let's give our listeners what we really came here to talk about.
Yeah, we have. I was surprised. Mr. Ochi has a segment on the best of the best genre / best character segment.
Bounty hunters.
Yes, today's segment of Mr. Wochi is best bounty hunters, and I'm gonna add to that. I'm gonna add some bounty hunting anime that you guys should definitely watch if you haven't watched it.
So I have an idea. I say we just go back and forth. So you say one, I say one, you say one, I say one, and we'll just keep going. We'll do our top 5.
Top 5. All right.
If you have 5.
All right. Well, I have like some characters, and I guess I'll talk a bit about some of the anime too from that those characters are from.
Okay.
If but all right, I got you. I got the idea. I'm ready.
Okay. You want me to start off?
Yeah, it's your segment, motherfucker.
Okay. All right. So we're talking bounty hunters. My first I'll probably have to talk about is Cad Bane. Now Cad Bane, he's earned his reputation, and he's from Star Wars. If people don't know, he's earned that reputation of the galaxy's most ruthless, like fearsome, notorious. One of the deadliest bounty hunters there is. He earned that reputation during the Clone Wars, and he became the leader in that line of work. He was actually working with a fellow bounty hunter, Jango Fett, who died in one of the opening battles. But yeah, I think Cad Bane he's a straight up G. He's I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna talk.
Star Wars.
Yeah, he's in Star Wars. His first appearance was I think it was the Ultimate Visual Guide, like number 1. And his powers consist of agility. He's an escape artist. He's got a multitude of gadgets and implants. He has an electronic disruption, which he uses stealth, stamina, tracking, crazy tracker. He's a combatant, not just armed but unarmed. Because he is a weapon master. Oh, and he can levitate, which is dope.
Okay, I got you. I'm only familiar. I'm only like a surface Star Wars viewer. Like I've seen
Mhm.
most of the movies, pretty much all of them except for the newer ones. I haven't seen any of the newer ones, but I've seen like so. I know a bit about him. I don't think I heard of that character. Well, I'm not. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
you're a Star Wars fan. I know a
he's
lot of
low
people.
key. He's low key, but you got to watch Clone Wars to really know more about him.
Yeah, I know. I know most of our listeners are. I know a lot of geeks are Star Wars fans. You know, I do like the franchise. I just don't really dive into it. King of Hearts is a big Star Wars geek too.
Okay.
Big.
Okay.
Like back in the day, he had like the Star Wars
Mhm.
encyclopedias and everything. So I guess I'll go. I'll go next.
Okay.
So I'm gonna list one of my favorite bounty hunters slash mercenary slash pirates,
Mhm.
and this character is her name is Revi, and she is from the anime that most of you guys probably heard of called Black Lagoon. Now, in this anime, it follows a group of mercenaries. You know, a few which are pretty much they're pretty much just bounty hunters, and they're badass, and they don't give a fuck. Yeah. They do a bunch of odd jobs here and there, and Revi is pretty much one of the main. She's like the main firepower behind the group. All right, you have Dutch. He's like a bigger black dude. He's the leader of the Black Lagoon Company. They're pretty much they go around on this ship, and they go from job to job, and they take out guys or they're hunting people. And Revi, who is also known as Two Hands because she wields two pistols, she is crazy as hell. Yeah, she will blow your head off. She will curse you out, and the dub for this anime is actually very good. They say fuck. They say
What?
everything. They say every curse word you can think. Every curse word you can think of, they say it. And Revi is the most potty foul mouthed bitch in the
What?
show.
I gotta watch this.
She's either shooting someone, she's blowing something up, she's punching someone's teeth out, and I'm telling you,
Really?
this show is amazing. And I only provides and I only provides a action filled romp. It gives like a fun glimpse into like the
Uh-huh.
criminal underworld too. So that's why that show is amazing. And Revi's cool. Two Hands, check her out. All right, from Black Lagoon Company. Anime is called Black Lagoon. Watch it in dub
Black
actually.
Lagoon. Okay.
Uh, Black Lagoon, yeah, very good show, very great character.
My turn?
Yep, your turn. I'm done.
All right, so I'll give you another little taste of one of my favorite bounty hunters. And if you haven't played, you probably won't know. Samus.
Oh, Samus.
Yeah. So obviously
Right.
Samus is
Who could
from
forget?
Nintendo. First appearance was the best of the Nintendo comics, system number 1. And Samus is a straight up G. First of all, she is the first playable female character in video games, period, which is cool. But she's a intergalactic bounty hunter in the Metroid universe, which is you gotta really it's hard to like remember what occurred in that story or in the video games, but I remember
Right.
I always remember her powers. She's been in enough games. I remember some of her missions. Um, but her powers are like her powers. If you really think about it, it's like kind of like a laundry list of things. She's obviously got her blasting powers, her danger sense. Her her marksmanship. She can levitate as well. She's a shapeshifter. She's got super speed, super strength, super sight. She's a wall clinger. I mean, she's got a multitude of like great powers that she's used throughout all of her, all of
Yeah,
her missions and basically all of her bounties that she's been hired to do.
and she's one of the most popular characters in Smash Bros. Too.
Oh yeah, Smash Brothers? Are you kidding me?
I can't wait to beat your ass in that game.
Oh my God! Now we have Gimbu. Gimbu's really, he's on a. Has he taken his medic? Hey, did you take your medication this week, bro?
Yo, I don't need that medication. It fogs up the mind. Okay.
Gambu hasn't been taking his medication, so he thinks he can beat me in any video game. He's obviously crazy.
Yo, you should ask Mies and Tyler. All right,
What am I asking them?
Ask them how I treated them when we played Smash Bros. I treated them like my
Oh, really?
stepchild. Yeah, like a stepchild.
Oh.
That's how I treated
Oh, jeez. A stepchild? What you trying to
Yep.
say? You trying to say there ain't no
A
good stepfathers out there?
A redheaded stepchild. That's how I treated them.
Well, anyway, the Galactic Federation has they basically gave Samus most of her bounties, or most of her jobs. But yeah, I mean, there's not much to say.
She's a good character.
Yeah, there's a lot to say about her, but if you think about like all her missions and like everything that she's done, I'd be talking about her for a while. Like you got Mission 0. You've even got like I can talk about other Metroid Prime hunters. I can talk about the corruption that was involved. But yeah, it's cool.
Definitely one of the best bounty hunters. That's for sure.
Oh, and Metroid Prime.
Samus is always gonna. Yeah. She's always gonna be up there.
Yeah, she's definitely a G. But yeah, go ahead. I'll get more into depth as I get closer to like my top 4 and 5, or my top 1 and 2. I'll talk about them a little bit more.
All right. Then I'm gonna go with another good bounty hunting anime. It's called Black Cat. Ever heard of it?
Black Cat.
Yep, it's really good. So pretty much, I'll explain it to you, listeners. If you haven't seen Black Cat, it's a really good anime. Actually, King of Hearts got me onto it a long time ago.
Really?
All right, so the main character in this anime, his name is Train Hartnett. All right,
Okay.
And he's an assassin known in the underworld as Black Cat. All right, he's renowned for his accuracy, and he doesn't really give a crap about human life at all. Right, but one day he meets this chick. Her name's Saya, and she's like a cool, upbeat bounty hunter who gets him thinking that maybe there's another way to live life. He starts like questioning, like, all right, she's pretty cool. He likes her, and she has him thinking, you know what, maybe I can live a different kind of life, And then some of his past, catches up with him a little bit. I'm not gonna give too many spoilers away because I want you guys to watch it. And something happens to Saya. They don't know each other for long, but she's such a powerful character that the short amount of time that she interacted with Train, it got him wanting to change certain aspects of his life. So some events happen, all right, with Saya, and Train becomes a bounty hunter, one of the best bounty hunters actually. And one thing Train is really known for is his accuracy. All right, this boy does not miss. Right? He will get you from 50 yards away.
Is he like Deadshot?
He's damn near close to it, if I'm being honest.
Because Deadshot's a bounty hunter.
Well, I'm always iffy about Deadshot and his classification of his of what he does. I always say mercenary, but he has bounty hunted, of course.
Oh yeah, he's definitely a mercenary. I mean, and he was a vigilante for a while when he was like working alongside Batman, or like actually doing good, until Batman figured out that he was working with criminals for most of that time, and then threw him in jail again. Batman has fucked Deadshot's life up too many times.
So I'm pretty much done. That's all I'm gonna say about Train. One thing I will say about Train, I really am a big fan of his gun. All right, the gun he has, it's called Hades. It's an ornate 6-shot revolver, and it has like a number 13 on it, and that's a tattoo he has too, which goes with 13, Black Cat, unlucky. You know what I mean? I know a little bit of specs of the gun. It weighs 2.5 kilograms, and I know that because I'm a fan of the show. All right, so I remember that fact. Okay, I thought you were gonna be impressed with that.
No, that's definitely impressive, bro.
Okay, whatever.
That's definitely impressive.
And he can ricochet bullets too, which is also pretty cool.
Oh, okay.
All right, so the Train's cool, the anime is cool. Watch it. You see some assassins at work, some bounty hunting action. All right, and a little bit of mysticism as well. So check out Black Cat.
All right, cool.
I'll give the floor back to you.
Okay. Let's see. I guess I can talk about my next one is going to be Jonah Hex.
Oh, okay.
So if you don't know Jonah Hex, he was a Civil War veteran. He turned bounty hunter eventually, but you can recognize him by his disfigured face. He's got like that.
He ugly.
He ugly. That he got a straight ass. He got a butter face for real.
And don't he still get hoes too, which is surprising.
I mean, shit. If you got skills like that,
I'm
but
pretty sure I saw him get with a couple.
he probably paying them. Let's be real, or he's scaring the shit out of them. He's scaring them into some sex. He's like, look, you better get yourself on that bed, girl. I swear to God, I'll take off my hat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it probably does go something like that.
But his personality really doesn't win him any friends or anything like that. But he does have a code of honor. He's an expert marksman. And the thing about him, he's always willing to fight to protect the innocent. And he's actually all about justice, whether it be lethal or not. If Jonah Hex is just a man, so he's got those man skills, like he's a weapon master. He's got the marksmanship. Oh well, he does have magic abilities, which is cool. And he has.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's got healing and magic. But the cool part, I like when he had time travel adventures. He actually travels to the year 1985. Let it be noted that he grew up in the 1800s. Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
So he was actually, if people don't know, Jonah Hex was actually a slave. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but he was actually a slave before he joined or shifted his loyalties to like a kind of like a Confederate army. So it was weird because he's a former slave and then he was fighting to preserve.
Yeah, that is.
It was like I was like, gee, this is messed up. But he saw that.
It's like one step forward, two steps back.
Yeah. He started to see that he couldn't support a system that elected to hold his fellow man in bondage and everything like that. So he eventually abandoned his post.
Mm-hmm.
And but anyway, time traveling's cool. He travels to the year 1985. After he picks up this tablet that has it's basically it's basically magic in itself. So he places this tablet between his vest for safekeeping, and he's transported to 1985. Now, the tablet was eventually stolen by a demon, and then Jonah was transported back to his own era. But I feel like that whole, if you read more about it, that's a cool concept with his story.
Yeah, I know. Hopefully, if you guys haven't heard of it, you guys check it out.
Yeah,
Jonah Hex
definitely.
is a cool character.
Yeah, I mean,
I like him. I never, I read a couple.
Yeah,
of his
I mean,
stories.
Jonah became a bounty hunter after just fucking being drunk. He stumbled out of a bar, and then he found this guy named Mad Dog, known as Mad Dog. Yeah, Lucas McGill,
yes.
I think his name
I remember
is.
Mad Dog.
So he was actually, this Mad Dog was actually attacking this young woman, and Jonah replaced Mad Dog's image with the image of his own father. So I guess it made him feel some type of way. So he actually shot Mad Dog down in the middle of the street. Everything like that happened. A deputy actually ran out and thanked Jonah for bringing the outlaw down, and then he told Jonah that a man could make a lot of money by tracking down and apprehending wanted felons. So that inspired Jonah Hex to pursue the bounty hunting trade. So that's just a little background story about him. But yeah,
so I'm gonna do it.
That's my piece on Jonah.
I'm gonna give you my number one. When my personal
Who's your number one?
personal favorites, and I had to save him for last because and I'll let you have the floor again. And also an anime, if you guys haven't checked
Okay.
it out, it came out January of 1998. Okay, probably by far, it might be my favorite anime actually. If I'm being honest, if not my favorite, definitely my. It's hard to choose a favorite anime nowadays, but it's definitely my top three.
Especially for
I
your
know it's in my
ass.
top three.
Especially for you. All right, go ahead. Top
All
three.
right, it's Outlaw Star.
Outlaw Star. Let's go.
Outlaw Star is very near and dear to my heart. So when you mentioned that you wanted to talk a bit about, a bounty hunter segment, I had to save this for last. All right. Now,
Gene. You got Gene. You about to talk about Gene, ain't you?
I am Gene Starwin. Yep. Gene
Oh,
Starwin. Now, for those of you who don't know anything about Outlaw Star, if you don't know, Genbu's very disappointed in you. I'm very disappointed. If you listen
yeah,
to
you
this
guys should probably go
podcast,
watch the show.
yeah, if you listen to my podcast and you care about what I say, please watch Outlaw Star. All right, it's a great show.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, in order to achieve his dream, all right, of one day going out and getting his own ship, all right, and exploring the stars, all right, Gene Starwin and his genius friend James Hawking.
Jim Hawking.
His real name is James though. Jim's
Oh
his
yeah.
nickname. Oh, you tried to
That
play me? You trying to stun on me?
that's everyone. Tell me not everyone named James has a nickname Jim.
It's true. You're right.
That pisses me off.
Yeah, his actual name is James.
All right,
Hawking.
continue.
His name is James Hawking, but in the show we call him his Jim. His Jim, of course. He's a genius,
Yeah.
and they pretty much they're always just doing odd jobs. The show starts off to doing odd jobs. They're bounty hunters. Even in the very first episode, they take out the cyborg, which is amazing. All right, I love that episode. We see what Gene's about.
Mm-hmm.
He not only can he shoot, but he has knife work. All right, he can use that knife. And Jim, we see his hacking ability. Kid's a genius, and Jim's definitely the brains behind the operation. And Gene's always like, you know what? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Well, hey, listen, when that happens, when it happens, it happens. Like Gene has that
Yeah.
kind of attitude, which is a cool dynamic between two characters. Jim's always yelling at Gene, and Gene's always waving off, saying, we'll get there. We'll get the money somehow. We'll just do it. We'll just keep doing what we usually do.
Space pirates, bro. Space pirates.
Yeah. But Gene's ultimate goal is to one day go out into space, have his own ship and explore, which is actually kind of strange because Gene actually has a space phobia. He's afraid of space because back in the day, him and his dad were out there in space and they got taken out by a pirate ship.
Yeah.
And right before the ship blew up, his dad shoved him in the escape pod and set him off. So he has a deep fear of space. So it's interesting seeing how he's gonna surpass that while still trying to attain his dream of exploring.
Mm-hmm.
So everything kind of everything's going pretty decent, and everything gets thrown out of whack when they meet this one woman, Hilda, or Hot Ice Hilda,
Mm-hmm.
all right, who's an outlaw, and she has some treasures on deck that she stole from some pirates, all right, and the treasures she has are the XGP, all right,
Mm-hmm.
which is will sooner be called the Outlaw Star, all right, and also a bio android named Alfina, who is she's a pretty shy chick, who is the main navigation system for the Outlaw Star / XGP. All right.
Okay.
So they meet Hilda. Hilda's like, listen, I need some bodyguards. I stole some shit from these pirates. The XGP and Malfina. The XGP is the best ship in the galaxy. Grappler arms. Now, the best thing about this show, before I continue real quick, I'm not going to spiel too long, but the best thing about this show is the space combat for me and the space fights we see on the show between the ships.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the biggest thing for me as far as that combat goes is certain ships that are traveling through space have grappler arms, which pretty much they're these arms that come out from the ship and they assist in fighting in combat, in space combat.
Okay.
And the animation is so cool when you see these ships fighting like that. Yeah. And the Outlaw Star has the best grappling arms in the entire show, in my opinion. You see some other cool ships too.
Yeah.
but the Outlaw Star by far is one of the best.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the show, then I don't even know if you're a person because it was on Cartoon Network and Adult Swim.
Toonami. Yep.
Toonami, yeah.
Cartoon Network, Toonami, Adult Swim. I know it from Toonami back in the Toonami days. You know?
Yeah, Toonami back in the old school Toonami days, like come home from school, turn that shit on, start doing your homework, and it was good because like the good shows didn't come on till like 4:00, 4:30.
Exactly. And Outlaw Star was one of them. That's why I'm so proud to serve it up as my favorite so you guys watch it. And if that's not enough for you guys to watch it, besides the space combat, besides the dynamic duo of Gene Starwin and Jim Hawking, then let's not forget the crew members. We got Aisha Clan, the cat warrior female with the beast strength, okay? And we got Twilight Suzuka, the assassin with the wooden Bokuto sword, all right, who's got mad skills, okay? And we can't forget Gilliam, the main computer for Outlaw Star, which also has his own quirky, funny moments, all right? So check it out.
True.
Gene Starwin, my favorite bounty hunter, and that's all I gotta say for that. My top pick, and go ahead, Mr. Wochi. I'll give you.
All right, I'll finish it off with my 1 and 2. Number 2, I'm gonna have to go Spike Spiegel. From Cowboy Bebop.
Hold up. Now,
what?
Your number 1 must have to be amazing because I don't know how Spike came to number 2.
Yeah, Spike's my number 2.
I cannot wait to hear your number 1 because Spike is definitely. Oh my god! All right, but I'm gonna keep going. Go ahead, keep going.
Dude, I'll tell you, Spike. I love Spike. Spike's a G. So Spike became a bounty hunter, but he's born on Mars in the year 2071, which is dope. Like that's what we're trying to do right now. So like this whole show just kind of was just like, all right, we already know the future because I feel like by 2071, people are probably gonna be, conceived on Mars at this point. So
that'd be pretty amazing.
Hopefully, I can give birth or have a son, and then he'll have another son, and my grandson will be Spike, born on Mars.
What more could you ask for?
Right. So he does hold the traits of a cowboy. He's like real free spirited. He's laid back. He's cool as hell, and he roams space with a crew of bounty hunters, including Jet Black, who he met after Spike left Mars and he left the Red Dragon crime syndicate. But yeah, he travels and roams through space on a ship called Bebop. Now, if you don't know Spike, he's like sly and laid back as hell. He can it's crazy. He can basically dodge bullets, on accident. That's just how cool this dude is.
Yes, I love that scene when he's on. I don't know if you remember the scene where he's on the plane and those hijackers come on.
Yeah, he'll have a smile on his face, and he's just yeah, he's a cool white boy.
And he can pickpocket the shit out of you too. His pickpocketing.
Oh yeah, his pickpocketing, crazy. So yeah, I mean, he was he was an enforcer for the Red Dragon crime syndicate along with his partner who's named Vicious. They had a falling out eventually and whatnot. But Spike actually left Mars. He left his former life after faking his death. And 3 years later, he met this former was it ISSP agent, I think Jet Black was.
I don't know the exact name for it, but yeah, he was a cop. He used to be a former cop.
Yeah, and Jet, he left the force to become a bounty hunter. So after that, they would form that partnership. Spike became a bounty hunter, and he joined Jet on. Yeah, he was an ex-cop. He joined Jet on Bebop. So they worked together. They're eventually joined by other crew members. They're catching bounties, fighting enemies. It's cool. It's a real cool show. And he does have a few run-ins with Vicious, which is dope. And he would discover that his true love, Julia, finally learned the reason behind his disappearance on the day that they were supposed to meet up, But yeah, Spike. I think Spike views himself. He views his life, or he's known for his views on his life. and on himself, and he's real cool. But one of the things that he does have is a prosthetic right eye, and he claims that his prosthetic right eye, and basically he sees the past with his real left eye, and he views the present with that prosthetic right eye. So
That's actually one of my favorite lines that he has in the anime. I like that episode and that line. That's one of my favorite lines by him.
Yeah, I think it's cool how he's more complex. Like, he's a more complex individual than most shows you'll see. But everyone knows he's a marksman. He wields that Jericho 941. He's trained in weaponry, and he's trained and he's an efficient master in Jeet Kune Do. Now, if no one knows what Jeet Kune Do is, it's the style that Bruce Lee created. Now, me being a martial arts man of myself, I know a little bit of Jeet Kune Do. I know its strengths and I know its weaknesses. So I do wish that he was a little bit more versed in martial arts and it wasn't just Jeet Kune Do. But
I think he throws his own style onto it too.
Yeah, of course, because it's because it's anime, so he's got to be fly and he's got to know a little bit more. They just probably have to put a name on it, put a title on it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, throughout his bounty hunting career, he showed an ability to sneak up on bounties with ease, like completely unnoticed. So he's definitely my number 2.
Nice. Now I gotta hear your number 1.
Oh, my number 1?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this was hard between Spike and my number 1. My number 1's gonna have to be Lobo.
Lobo, that crazy bastard.
Yeah, he's crazy, but he's feared across the whole universe as a bounty hunter. The guy never misses his mark, and we all know he's super strong. He's completely unkillable, and he's immortal. You know why he's immortal?
You might have to refresh my memory on that one.
All right, so he's immortal because he's rejected by both hell and heaven, so he can't die.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah. So yeah, Lobo, I mean, if anyone knows anything about Lobo, you'll know that this guy is a complete maniac. He's got berserk strength. He's got the ability to manipulate dimensions. He can duplicate himself from like a drop of blood. He can completely reform himself. He can heal with a very short time period. He can heal himself with even very, very serious injuries.
He's always giving Superman a run for his money.
Oh yeah, he's always clowning Superman. If Superman could fight, then maybe it'd be different. But Superman's just strong. Like no one really taught Superman how to fight.
Actually, that's not completely true. He did.
I know it's not complete. I know it's not. All right. I know it's not completely true, Genbu. Okay.
Just saying, because he did take boxing lessons from the legendary.
I know.
Okay.
Boxing lessons. Who hasn't taken boxing lessons in their life?
But they came from the legendary Wildcat.
Yeah.
Okay, Wildcat.
But Superman and boxing. Let's be like Superman and boxing. Come on now.
But Wildcat though.
He should have learned from someone who really knew what they were doing as like a superhero.
What?
I mean, Wildcat's Wildcat.
What?
No. Wildcat is Wildcat, but Superman, I feel like his powers and his abilities can be, they can be used a lot better than with boxing.
What? Wow. You're lucky we're short on time. I'm gonna bring that up again in the next episode.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we're pretty much at the end. But that was
but yeah, Lobo. I'll just end that on him. He's definitely my number 1. The guy has killed like he was like the only survivor of his race. You know, him and his fourth grade teacher, which is weird.
Oh yeah, I remember. I do remember that. That was strange.
That was
But
weird.
that's like that. It's but it's still funny though.
It's funny. At the age of 2, he requested a song to be played continuously on this radio station, and it was called "I Killed My Folks, No Accident." and
Yeah.
the radio station, I think his name was like Wolfman or something. He just played it nonstop because he was scared Lobo would kill him. At the age of 2, like 2 years old.
Yeah, it's crazy. I would expect nothing less from Lobo.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed our Bounty Hunter segment, and we will be doing more segments like this in the future too. And hopefully, we can get more of our
Absolutely.
hosts on too, so they can share a little bit of their ideas on some of their favorite genres or favorite topics, and you know, I think it'll be a nice little change up.
Yep.
So that being said, guys, I want to know what your favorite Bounty Hunter anime, show, or character is. All right, so hit us up on social media. I'll be doing a poll on our Instagram and Facebook. All right, and Twitter. Check us out. Give us a vote. I want you on a vote or a opinion or a fact, if some of you want to call it that, on the best bounty hunting show, comic, character, and let me see what you got. I'm sure Mr. Wolchie would be interested in looking at that as well.
Yeah, we can leave it open for discussion, or we can give you choices. So
Yeah,
either
we
we
do a
can
little
do
bit of
both.
both.
Yeah.
All right, so make sure you check us out at www.geekbluespodcast.com. And don't forget, all forms of social media, if you can think of it, we're on it. Same goes for our listening platforms.
And also Instagram, something I've been thinking about that I'm going to start incorporating in our Instagram page. We're going to do some versus, some matches. So we'll pick 2 compatible anime characters, or characters just in any kind of animated aspect, and we'll see who's going to win between the 2. And you can put your comments down, and you can basically be the decision maker of that as well. Let us know what you think.
Yes. Yep. Sounds good to me, too. That would definitely give me a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
So, any final thoughts, comments, or anything like that, Mr. Wolchie?
No, I mean, I'll get back to you when my grandson Spike is born.
On Mars. Hopefully, I'm still alive by then.
Hey, 2071, we should be alive. I mean, it's not that far away.
All right, you're right. Maybe, yeah, you're right. Hopefully, I get blessed with a nice long life. Maybe I can have a grandchild born on Mars or Venus or Mercury.
You gotta eat your kale, bro. You gotta eat your kale.
The kale conversation that you replaced your collard greens with kale.
You gotta eat your kale, bro. But you saw the picture. You saw the picture, and you saw it was legitimate.
Good. I can't refute that. It looked good. It looked good.
Exactly. You can't doubt me, bro.
Okay, I don't know about that, but I can.
Oh my God. Every time he's doubted me, he's found out the truth. I doubt you in Injustice. I doubt you in Dragon Ball. I doubt you in this. I doubt you in that.
Whenever I doubt him, I find out the truth. The truth is that I was right to doubt him.
Oh my goodness. I'll just because Genbu is the founder of Geek Blues Podcast, I will, be his friend today. But tomorrow's a different day, and even when once we stop this recording, I will come at his throat.
Yeah,
just to let you guys know.
Will. He most likely will. So all you guys enjoy your day. Thanks for listening. All right. We want to hear from you. Okay, so join us on our social media. All right, and pay attention to our posts. I work very hard at them.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks for listening. Everyone, just join us on the next episode of Geek Blues Podcast, when we'll have more updates for you and more interesting topics to talk about.
Yep. So on that note, thanks for getting your Geek Freak on with us, and sayonara. Have a good evening.
Peace.